Thank you once again. My name is Ofresh. You can call me Oyebanji, and we're live on CTD Among Blacks. And today, on a wonderful day, I have my wonderful friends that come in. I know they're always busy, and without not wasting too much of our time, the topic we'll be talking about today under the episode of Cultural Shock is how Nigerians stereotype Nigerians that want to embrace American Western world in America. And with me, I have my wonderful friends. It's a privilege they're doing this for me because I know out of no time they had to squeeze the time. If you're in the United States, you know time is something we don't play with. So for them to be here, I'm so privileged to have them. And I will do the introduction by letting them to tell us about themselves and just to give us their name. So I will start with my wonderful, beautiful, sexy, like cream, that cream. Talk here to, do some words and tell us something.
Hey y'all, I'm Toki. I'm an entrepreneur, IT girl. We're here. And yeah, that's it.
You know, you have to add the one you told me before we started, Makanaki of Houston.
Makanaki. That's what people don't really call me. Makanaki.
So when you hear Makanaki, I just added a new one to it. Makanaki of Houston. So she's one and only. You don't.
Actually, I am the one and only.
Yes, no other name.
And no other one.
And I know for people that have been following us in our podcast, this is not going to be the first time you've seen his face. As a wonderful friend, he's been very supportive since I told him about the mission and the vision of this podcast. So without ado, Huncho, would you like to say one word for the people that don't watch the video? They can hear your voice to know you're here.
Oh yeah, I'm Huncho.
All right. Thank you. So I'm gonna be trying to split the question, but to make it fun, you could take it from ourselves and say one or two things. Okay. The first thing I want to ask is, how do you guys see yourself around Nigerian communities that are more traditional? Like, when I mean that traditional Nigerian, they just have this stereotype when they see you, they feel like, oh, how do you manage yourself around them? Do you want to be around them more, or you just have this like, I'm not about to be this kind of gathering of people?
I mean, it's the most of the time is the energy. If your energy is not just, if it's not it, it's not it. I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not gonna seek where you are if you're giving me bad vibe. If you're over there looking at me funny, like, look at him, African guy, tattoo, all this, I'm gonna let you circle in that your thoughts in your head, and I'm gonna walk away and just leave you with your thoughts. That's your business. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Everybody has their own life to live.
Yeah, I think with me, it's more about what comes out of your mouth.
Also, you give them the room to really say what you want.
We could be in the same room as long as you're not talking to me reckless. I don't care. Like, we can coexist because, like, some very traditional Africans, they have no chill.
They can't hold it in.
Sorry, guys. It means they talk anyhow.
Thank you for interpreting it.
And they just say anything.
But do you guys ever think about trying to let them understand, or you never try to stretch the hand of like?
I mean,
is it a conversation you've ever had with anyone like? Why do you think how I dress or how I want to live my life is wrong? Or
no,
you've never had that conversation?
I've personally never, because it's just like, if you've never gotten the chance to ask me, and you just see me from head to toe, you just be like, oh, this girl is this girl is that. We have nothing to talk about. There's nothing for me to explain to you.
If you don't ask me, you're not gonna get an answer.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky one I'm about to ask you next. Have you ever had any because for me, I have family members that do question me though. Mm-hmm. I have family members that tell me that they should pray for me. I have family members that tell me like, oh, Satan is taking your hand.
Hallelujah.
And I just laugh. Sometimes I explain myself, even though it doesn't get to how I expect them to receive it. And sometimes I don't feel like explaining. Have you ever had that kind of experience where family members or relatives try to make you feel like, dang, Jesus, I'm praying for you, kind of a thing?
Actually, with me, I'm actually quite blessed because my mom was very modernized, So my family members, they already got the picture. She printed the picture out for them. So
your case, they already knew you're gonna.
They already know what's up.
I mean,
Ancho.
With my dad, it's like he's stuck in that old ways. Like,
how do you not do with your dad?
It's very strict, and funny thing is,
how do you manage to do
I
with your dad?
I didn't live with my dad, and I had tattoos while I was in his house.
Were you trying to sneak it out? Because I'm not going to mention this name. There's this artist in Nigeria that said same thing where like you're like, my dad, I was running away with a tattoo. I was wearing long sleeve.
Let me
I don't want to mention his name.
How do you manage? I have a whole full chest piece of tattoo.
Dang, how do you?
I normally when I'm in the house, I always put on a shirt. One day, I mistakenly forgot
the shirt
that this man was at home. I walked out of my room with no shirt on. Look, the shock in his face. He thought I was somebody different. And guess what? In the next 2 hours, 3 of his friends was at the house.
They talking about it?
I was in the middle. He was saying, show them what's in your chest.
Oh.
So they were like, what is this? One of the friends is like,
was able to understand.
He's like, man, it's just.
Do you think that helped you?
Yeah, that day he saved me. The friend was like,
oh, that's good.
It's just a tattoo, man. I mean, it's nothing big deal. And his friend, the one that he called,
So
has tattoo.
His friend was able to help him to relax
understand
and how he see
it.
things.
But yeah, he was very, very against it. But now he ain't got no choice, man.
My next question I want to ask you: do you think? I don't think you might have the answers to it, but hopefully, maybe you could be able to give me something. Like, do you think that affects how they see you when you want to make input in anything you're doing and family and stuff like that? Do you think they look at you like, since you embrace this world, you don't fit to do this? You don't fit in? Because I experience things like that. They make me feel like I have somebody I feel like don't even bother to pray.
You don't even bother to pray.
Actually, they be happy when I want to pray. They be happy to hear your voice.
Or they told me like, since if I continue to have that tattoo in me, like it just shows like I already have a mark of Satan and don't bother to even.
They be happy.
Whatever.
They
My
welcome
parent,
it.
one thing, my dad is a preacher. He has his own church, and my dad really embraced my own world. That's one thing about me. I've been blessed to have a parent that allow me to be myself, but it continuously, my dad was like, I'm praying for you, and it's like, how are you feeling? Are you still? Because this is the thing, I don't want to publicize that I smoke weed. And my dad would tell me like, are you still smoking that weed? Not like you smoke. I'm like, yeah, but I'm reducing. I'm keep praying for you. God will change. Same
I think it has to do with how they were raised and what they were around.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, my dad is raised in a place where I used to one in the year, like one time in a year. That's how my dad was raised. And that's what I was saying before we started. Like, my dad would tell me like, it tells me his story so much, it makes me serious about my life. Because like, I grew up in a place where I only wear shoe once in a year. I only eat rice once in a year. So if I can be in this level, having 3 degrees, doing this, I wanted to make sure you don't spoil my name. So whatever you're doing, make sure my name, the last name doesn't get spoiled, because I build it a lot. Yeah. So for any time I'm going anywhere, it rings in my head about, okay, I don't got to do this. So sometimes it called me back in my way of life, like, okay, if my dad could go through this, and here I am, I'm having this. So there's nothing I think I should spoil that name. I think I'm worried about my last name than any other thing I do.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference between.
I mean, that's as a man.
That's
but
true.
The women, because they get to be at the other.
Wait, are you trying to try another? Wait.
No, I'm not.
No, it's just that it's how you think with that is different from how other people see it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because other people they don't. You think about it very deep.
Yeah.
Other people think about it surface level. They don't go that deep. They don't even sit themselves down to think about it. And most of their parents are not telling them, "Oh, I did this." It's either you saw it when you were growing up, or most parents don't even open up to their kids. They don't tell them, "Oh, this is what happened."
And
most
that's
true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most stuff like that is because they don't have that kind of relationship with their kid.
I think that's huge too. Having time to no time to spend with kids, your children. I don't have no children right now, so I don't know. I have that from my parents.
With most of the African parents, you can't really blame them, because most of them they absent, like going out the country, and while the kids is with the parent, the mom or whichever of the parents went out the country to go hustle, just to feed the family back home. And the present they normally see it comes home like once a year or twice a year, so you can't really blame them like that.
Okay, but what do you mean by you can't really blame them?
You can't if I'm going out, if I'm living in another country where like
maybe he's out for like a year.
Okay, so I go out. I don't leave.
You can't blame the parents.
I'm over here hustling, sending money back home.
Do you understand what he's saying?
Okay, but okay. Let me get this straight. This straight. You're hustling. You go outside the country, whatever it is, and then you still have to make time though. Even though you're in another country, you're hustling. No one can raise your kids better.
But listen.
So
I'm gonna get that. Call. Look, a phone conversation is different from a face-to-face conversation.
That's true.
Yeah,
you can. Those two are different things.
But don't let us lose the point. It's both good.
It's okay.
I think it calls kids to attention. When I know my dad is gonna call.
If I can't discipline the kid over the phone.
Okay, that is true, because when I was in boarding school,
you see me telling you don't do that. You're not gonna do it because you see my reaction.
That's
my
true.
face.
When I was in boarding school, my parents are not there, so you act out, this is that. But going home, that behavior.
Do you think boarding house school changed you? about how your perspective of
Boarding
life?
school was horrible. Was ruthless.
Do you think it add to how your life decision you make now?
Honestly,
because I feel like you're khaki Makanaki already.
I think
I can see
so.
the vibe in you, like you're khaki
But then again, boarding school brought out the savage in me.
Yeah, that's what I see. I see that part.
It brought out the for real. Like, and then the school I went to, you see, parents, all that Christian school. My damn was bad.
You been in Nigeria and America?
In Nigeria, I went to boarding school. Christian schools? Man, things were happening. Crazy things were truly happening.
I want to talk, but I don't want to talk.
No, crazy things were truly happening.
I mean, at the end, most pastor daughter now they spoil pastor.
No. Now I'm glad you say that, and I'm glad you say that.
I know
I'm a pastor's son.
Okay. So you know spoil gun.
No.
Just answer. You did smoke.
Wait. So I did a video. My birthday was May 8th. I think you kind of texted me.
But that's my mom's birthday.
Oh, for real? So I did a video voiceover about something, and I think a lot of people need to understand that part. When a child is young, I think it's wrong when you stereotype them by telling them that you're going to be a bad kid. The reason is this. Now, this is my own experience. You see the fact that everybody look at me and say, you're going to be a bad kid. You're going to be a bad kid. Trust me, I want to be the bad kid because you're telling me to be the bad kid.
Okay, that's true. Because
I think people need, because it really messed me up. This is my own story. Like what you're saying now when you said, pastor daughter become this. I'm a pastor's son. When thousands of people come to me and tell me like you're going to be a bad kid. I'm questioning what is the bad in the kid.
So basically you say they put that word in you,
they make
and
you
now
bad.
it
makes me to grow in it.
They make you bad.
You see how we talk? Yes, it's like it helps.
So
now, mind you, I'm not bad though. That's the truth. The reason is it helps me because over the years, people feel like this is how it's gonna be, and over the time how they expect me to be, the only thing they put is how I dress. The people use that to judge me. When I tell them like half 3 degrees, they're like that's a lie, because I don't even act like a scholar. I don't even want those things.
In general,
but pastors' child, sons, daughters is like, oh bro, you messed up.
That's what I mean.
But
that's,
then again,
that part that they say when they talk, they say when they always say pastor daughter,
no,
it's part.
I think it's
just a common saying, It's a
for
saying.
the young kid.
I think it's a lot of expectations there's a lot of expectation for people, for kids of pastors because they feel like, oh, your dad or your mom is up there. So they feel like you should always be that.
I don't want to be a DJ.
You were scared to do.
I don't want to be a DJ because the fact that you're about to start playing some music where they will call your dad and say, "Oh, I saw your son doing this." A girl shaking booties in front of your son.
As a grown man, you think your dad gonna be paying your bills?
No. I'm grown now. That's what I'm saying. Do you know how many? I was so bad. I'm a bad child when I was young because I fell into the fact that you're gonna be bad.
So basically, the words you were hearing,
I left my parents before the actual age. I just want to be bad in my own way. My dad would come pick me where I am and say, "You're coming back."
So let me ask you this: so if they were telling you you're a good kid, would there be a difference?
Actually, I don't think this is just my personal way of life. I don't think it will make you be a good person.
No.
I don't think it will because I think saying you're a good kid will only spoil you. You start feeling entitled. When somebody tells you you're good, you feel entitled. And that's one thing people don't like to. In my culture, they will tell you never give praise to someone in their face most of the time. You make them feel entitled too much because when you tell me thank you, I'm expecting you to tell me thank you every time you see me.
But most people, when you get in a certain age, you realize what.
Most definitely.
Look.
But do you know most people don't get to that age to realize because they're fucked up before they get to the age?
Look, that's what I'm saying. Most people don't get to realize. Most people.
I'm just lucky.
It's just like somebody living off another person because they feel entitled, right?
Yes.
No. Why do you
is that not entitled?
No.
So you're break me.
No. Okay, see, with that, hold on, excuse me. With that, okay, it's just like me. I have a friend who's living off of me. Okay. The reason the person is entitled is because of what I allow.
But do you think they don't feel entitled? No.
Do
you think they don't feel entitled?
That's the thing. If they feel entitled, there's no boundaries.
No, you're not answering the question. Do you think they feel entitled?
No, it just depends on the situation. Though I wouldn't know.
It's good you clear your own
path. I wouldn't know.
But sometimes Honcho is right because sometimes they might.
No, it's possible, but it all comes down to boundaries.
I like this though because I did one episode about.
It's a certain boundaries that you will set, and they will question that boundary because they feel.
Hunter, I'm about to tell you this. You guys are raised down here. Somebody like me that come from Nigeria. Do you know Nigerians that grow in Nigeria that come to the United States, which I did an episode about it? They feel like if I'm your junior brother, your junior sister, you're supposed to take care of me for like a year.
You want to wish you.
But then it's gonna take a while for you to understand. Like in America, it's not like that, bro. Like if I could keep you in my house for 1 month, you gotta hustle. Something gotta be coming in. You gotta do something to encourage me to keep you in my house. Right. But a lot of Nigerians who feel like, why should I do nothing? Because you're my sibling, you're my brother. Like I should just chill.
I mean, okay, just like let me see.
Do you know what I just told you goes a lot when it comes to? I'm not saying this to anybody that's watching. It comes a lot from traditional Nigerians.
As an African man, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think it's your responsibility to take care of your family?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong doing it. Feeling entitled is wrong. When you start calling home to report me.
But feeling entitled has to do with.
No, the report.
Not getting the point.
Somebody will call you and report. They'll call a grown you as a grown man. Another grown man will call you. Do
you know you guys are raised in America? It's different than how it's done in Nigeria.
No. I get what
There's
you're
some family thing that they will call you and tell like you're supposed to do this for your junior brother. Like, what are you saying?
Okay, no, that's actually true. That's actually
true. So you really don't know that exists?
Let me give you give you a scenario. Okay, this one is not even about younger brother.
Yeah,
my brother had did something, I think, to my aunt, right? My aunt got so pissed off. I think we talked about this in one live. My aunt got so pissed off. My mom doesn't hit us. She never did. R.I.P. My mom's sister raised her hand to slap my brother. Something my mama
never did.
My mom came home. She didn't want to hear what happened. She didn't care what happened. Called everyone to the room. She now asked her sister, what gave you the boldness
to do that?
To slap my brother in front of me, my brother and my mom. Daced that one slap.
Ooh, that's a mixed feelings for Nigerians though.
Now, my mom's bottom line is, my kids can stay with you. That's no issue. But she said in Yoruba, in Kote mi Yoruba she.
Tell mommy, you don't have to do it.
Highest, call me.
I'm glad you go there though, because I don't know, maybe you know about this. It happens a lot in Yoruba tribe though.
It does.
A lot of Yoruba people do this a lot. Like it's really, really deep. Now, what she's saying, I'm telling you, whoever that's watching, if you're watching us, you can follow us on Instagram, CTD Among Blacks, on YouTube, on Spotify, on iHeart Radio, on Amazon Music, and on Apple Podcasts. I hope we're giving you something that you can have one or two things to say. But going back to what she's saying, it's so deep that people get in their feelings. Even what she's saying right now, if you sit in front of some traditional people, they will tell you everything she's saying. What our mom did is wrong. Trust me.
It's like...
No, literally.
So what?
See, bro. One of the reasons why we have this podcast is for this, though.
Literally.
It's like this.
Do you know even my mom's mom? Even my mom's mom had an issue with my mom slapping her sister to the point that my mom even told her own mom. She said, do
you know this could break families like in my tribe? We won't talk again. What's she saying?
Problem. I mean, for me, if you want to, the only person that could discipline my kid is, me as a parent. If anything goes on, you tell me. I'm not even nobody lays a finger on none of my kids.
I'm glad you're saying this.
I'm the only one. I do the discipline.
Now,
so let me
all right, let me allow you to finish this because it's very deep. I'm glad we're touching this.
My son is from a different mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever she's dating do not have the right to touch my son. If he do something wrong, tell his mom. His mom can call me and tell me, she could discipline him. But you, as an individual, you do not have no right to put your hand on another man's kid.
I'm glad we go to this because we're talking about the focus is more on the podcast about Nigeria.
It's more of being respectful. So if you put your hand on my kid, I feel like you're disrespecting me. You're trying to see what I could do.
Now I'm glad you're saying this because I want to say this. This is the thing I tell a lot of Nigerians that come to America, like. There's a way things have been done in America. That doesn't mean it's wrong. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that's just my own view too. Mm-hmm. I'm agreeing everything you're saying, but you be around some Nigerians where they're being stereotyped, they will tell you like what you're doing. That you
Makes
don't
sense.
allow people to take like to discipline your child for you. Like they're gonna be spoiled. They're gonna become this.
Oh, let go.
Like
No home training.
and
You're not
what I'm trying to bring out is
some people they will overdo it because they know it's not their kid.
I agree with you, and I think that make them to start detaching themselves from you, from the family. Like if a child is having a good relationship to know his dad's, root of family, like this is my cousin, this is this, and because you don't allow them, which is something that is right, they started distancing, and the kid might actually like, man, I want to go play with them, and they don't want to play with me, or they can even start telling their kids,
Yeah.
how
That's
to
true.
talk to your kids.
That is very true.
They grow
That
up.
is spot on. That
They-
is
you know,
spot
they
on.
need to grow up.
They start telling
That
their
is
kids,
spot on.
like if you're around, Olumide's or fresh son, don't say this.
Just like if I'm with my brother's kids, right? If
Yeah.
they do something bad, I'm not gonna whip them. I'm gonna yell at him.
Bro.
I'm gonna be like,
In Nigeria,
don't do this. Like, stop it.
It's just like if you
bad.
have, it's just like if
And
you have
then
a stepmom.
I'm
or
gonna
you have
call.
step
I'm gonna
siblings.
call him and tell him this is what your kid did.
It's just like
Because
if
once I call and tell them, they gonna be scared because they know what they about to go face when they.
I
get
really
home.
wish I have somebody that
'Cause, like-
doesn't support this emotion to be
no,
here.
because I have
Just to hear
I
their
have
views.
step siblings, and my mom would never ever told us, oh, don't talk to your older sister. But there are families where the mothers are saying,
Hey, why would you want to break?
Don't do this.
Why would you
Don't
want
do
to do
that.
that? That's like it's you build you
Makanaki,
making these kids build hate for each other.
Being a mom, do you think it's wrong to beat your child when they do the wrong thing?
Oh no, my daughter gets spanking.
Yeah, discipline.
All right, that's good.
No,
I get to do the discipline,
my
Yeah,
daughter
that's what I'm
gets
saying.
spanking.
not somebody else. But
No,
yeah,
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like,
She-
do you guys still support the fact of saying if my child is something, I gotta discipline
Oh
them?
yeah, you
Yes,
gotta
yes.
pop one
And
too.
I'm glad we're doing this
Pop,
because
pop.
it's something where a lot of stereotype Nigerians won't think you guys.
I'm
do
not.
that
I'm
because you
not
don't
with all
allow them.
that. I'm not with
to
all
discipline.
that face the wall kind of stuff.
Face what wall? What wall are you facing?
You get a whoop.
What wall are you facing?
You get a whooping.
See, your phone, the iPad, everything's going. You're getting pop.
Yeah, you take. I go to the extent where I go to the room and take the TV off the wall.
I like that.
Go put it away.
For real?
Yeah, I'll take it out. The PlayStation, the TV.
I'm
take it
glad
out.
you're doing that because I think sometimes doing that to the kids will make them to realize
Even
that.
my daughter recently, she said, "Mommy, you haven't spanked me in a while. Thank you so much." I said, "Because you're doing good.
For real?
If you're doing bad, you chop spanking."
Yeah, you gotta discipline.
I believe maybe the next.
What they say, spend the rod and
Spoil the child.
Gotta
So,
discipline.
Makanaki, since you're talking about your daughter and like saying thank you for not trying to spank her, I want you to tell us about. You said she had.
Oh, she has a book.
Yes. So
So it's
I
called
wanted to-
Ava's World. So basically, I think when she was like three-ish, 4, we used to struggle with her wanting to do her hair because like Ava didn't understand why other people had different hair than her. So
Wow.
she expected my hair is afro, is kinky, it's hard to brush, all of that. So other people, when I go to daycare, when I go to school, mommy, her hair is different from mine. So we literally had to have a conversation with her to let her know that
wow,
Africans were black.
wow.
If you see a white kid or a Hispanic kid, obviously they're not going to have the same hair as you. So you just have to embrace your hair and like it. Now she likes her hair. She does different hairstyles.
So she have a book for that.
Yeah, she has a book for
So
it.
I'm glad to hear you sharing something like this because I know a lot of families might have the same experience. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
kids might
It
have the same.
happens, 'cause
So
kids-
if they want to buy the book, how can they? I'm giving your daughter that privilege because I'm enjoying the fact that she thinks like that and she was able to walk up to you to tell you. You know, some kids don't have the chance to want to tell their parent that this is what I'm experiencing.
And I think it's good because, like, when I was pregnant, even for a while, it was just, I was the only mom around my friends. So my daughter was always around me and my friends. Like, if my daughter couldn't come, Toki ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? It's just now that, okay, after a while I started. But back then, if a child is not allowed, I am not going. So she was always around older people, so which made her really smart. Like if you have a conversation with my daughter, you think she's a grown up.
I think that helped too because I really spent a lot of time with my grandparent. That kind of helped me.
Yeah,
a lot. I hated it when I was young, but now I enjoyed it.
Her daughter is cool.
Yeah.
But you can get the book. It's a link on my Instagram bio.
Can you tell us your Instagram bio?
My Instagram name is LVRDTEE. Lord T, but with a V.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
My Kanaki of Houston, she's the one and only. Also, I want to I want to go to my left a little bit, even though we didn't want to do this. So until we're about to go to that side, you wanted to go a little bit. And so please just bear with me. So how do you see being a Nigerian? What are you guys' perspective about let me just call it transgender generally.
Mic drop.
Ancho, don't do this. Don't do this. Now, don't forget.
Shaky.
Wait. Remember what I'm saying. We're Nigerians.
Right.
I want you to add being a Nigerian, living in America, that understand the Western world. How do you guys perceive transgender? Being a lesbian.
I'm gonna let Big Dog go first.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't have no problem with it.
I know you don't, because we talked about it.
But it's just like they the way they forcing it on like people. It's like.
Do you think it's only be forced in America or all around the world?
America is forcing it around the world.
To your own belief.
How they
That's
forcing
what
it?
I-
Okay. How they forcing it?
Look, if you into all that extra stuff, that's your business. I don't have to accept it, but I will respect it.
But the thing is it not better?
Don't be like, I gotta call you what they say, pronouns and all that extra stuff.
Okay, but don't you think that it's better for at least for them to educate people to know that you have options?
Options of what? Besides, is it not just
So
a
wait.
man and a woman?
Wait.
What other
Ancho.
options
No.
is there?
Ancho, I really don't know too much about that world, but I know there are different types of, the lesbian, the transgender. Which one are you talking about? Because it's not just one
And then
community.
the one where you change your private parts, where you
Are you talking
from boy
about the
to
men
girl,
being
girl to
so-
boy.
So
Yeah. Which one are you going for?
This is basically you talking about the one they fully change.
Yes.
Yeah, boy
Yeah.
to girl, girl to boy, man
a girl
to
that
woman.
wanna
Yeah.
be a
man
man
and a
and
man
all
that
that
wants to be
Yeah,
a
so
woman.
not just one, because I
Transgender.
think you're just saying one. That's what I'm trying to say.
transgender.
If you look like a man, I call you a man.
If you look
If
like
you
a
look
woman,
like a woman, I call you a woman.
Okay, let me say this. I feel like, because we're talking about culture, African culture, I feel
But
like
let me say this: I do not have nothing against none of them. I will respect your decision. That's you. I don't have nothing against none of them, but my opinion is my opinion.
okay, let me say this. Especially with African culture, being that we are talking about African culture, I feel like, especially with people that's deep rooted in African culture, I feel like it's harder for them to accept it. Like, it's hard to understand why a young girl or a boy is saying they're not okay or content with how they are. Like now with black people.
Don't you think it's more of if you're not content with like who you are? Don't you think it's more from what they say? What that word
Self-esteem?
like low self-esteem?
Okay, but hold on, let me get there. Okay, so I don't really think it's about that, because then again, okay, it's just like growing up. If a boy is around females 24/7, there's no man around. It's just my mom, her friends, her sister, and then at times they play dress up. Okay, you carry your mom's shoe.
I'm like that,
Okay, you carry your mom's shoe.
I'm more talking to females than men.
Okay.
Your
Wait, hold on.
shoe.
You carry your mom's shoe. You play dress up. My mom and I. Da. Sometimes it gets to a point in that boy's head where he feels like, okay, you know what?
But that didn't get to me.
Okay, that didn't get to you. That's you. But other people are not like that. Everyone's mind is not the same thing. It gets to the boy's head, and it's just like, it's not like even get into his head. It's just like, okay, I like this. I like putting on lipstick. I like wearing my mom's shoe. I like wearing a bra. I like, doing the little walks, this, that. Some of them even turn it into a business where they become makeup artists. And some of them is just like they change their whole life because, you know what? I'm not comfortable as a man. I'm not
Kinda
comfortable.
like where you bring your
I'm not
own views
comfortable
from.
in this body. I am comfortable
Doing this.
in the opposite sex, because when I am a woman, when I'm pretending to
Okay.
be a woman, my confidence level's up. I
And
feel
so-
way much better.
So do you? Let me ask you this. So do you think if they're comfortable being whatever they want to be, do you think it is okay for them to
They
fuss
should
it?
be allowed to change
It's
it.
okay for them
No,
to
but-
fuss it.
Okay,
No.
see,
Hunter, why do you think they
Hunter,
fuss
wait,
it,
hold on,
though?
wait. Hunter, let me tell you something. They're not forcing it.
You know
They're
why I'm saying
educating.
you know why I'm saying
Why?
they forcing it?
Why?
The books they pushing at schools. Like
Yeah,
these
I know for a
these
fact,
kids are
though.
young. They don't need to know none of this.
Okay, I do agree. I have a daughter.
They don't need.
I do agree
Why
with
do my
that.
5 years old son want to know what liking another man's butt?
No.
Like,
I do agree
why
with that
do
to
my
the
kid
extent
wanna
that
know
they
all of
don't
that?
need, especially with kids in school. Kids their mind works very different. Once a kid sees something once, twice,
They pick it. Them kids
Well,
of these days,
if they are pushing all of that in school, they
it.
might
So
as well
schools,
be pushing.
I feel like that's a
pushing,
stretch. But I don't.
Pornographic shit. In
No.
school.
With schools, especially middle school, elementary school, I feel like that's a stretch. But educating everyone and letting them know that it's okay.
I feel like
I don't think there's a problem in it.
I say it's okay for them to teach it in like high school, college. Those people, they're old enough. They're aware
enough to know this is good, this is bad.
But teaching it in elementary school, this kids, this is the stage where these kids, they growing, they building their mind to something. Do you think they teach all this stuff in China? They teach these kids in China or other stuff on how to be a doctor or engineer, perfect, like something reasonable, something that they know is gonna stick with them and generate a massive stability for them in the future. Do you think all this stuff they're teaching right now is going to generate?
Honestly, if our school in America, school curriculum,
they're pushing the real stuff out the window, but they're putting this in it.
If the school curriculum is as advanced as British people, Chinese people, I'm pretty sure the problems we have in schools, we won't be having it.
I want to ask you guys this question.
Okay, so before we leave that conversation, like over here, right? Mm-hmm. When you do exam in Nigeria, whatever, do you be using calculators and stuff?
Yeah, we do.
Nigeria, you do calculator, you use other stuff, right? Yeah. Over here, right? Most of over here, when you do exam, do they do open book? You ever do open book exam?
Some subject, it depends on the class.
Open book. Over here, there's an open book exam, like open book.
Yeah.
You do, you get to use the stuff that you wrote down when you studying to take the test.
That's
right?
American system.
Right? It's American, but
American system is
that's why most of the smart.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you a trick question. You just said American system is
ass.
So how do you think when a traditional Nigerian see people like us dressing like this, do you think they don't think what you just said is having a bad impression views in our life?
No, that's our perspective. That's how she see it.
I cannot take something from the content to another content.
You can't see me.
That's our point of view.
You can't see me like this and just
You judge.
No. This is my everyday judgment. He can attest to this. As I dress like this, now so people think say I the yanshunwa.
Yeah, that's true.
As I dress like this.
Yeah.
Because I'm a tomboy, she dresses like this, she must be fucking a girl. She must be gay.
You just have this testosterone so strong in you, and you bring it out, and that's one thing a lot of Nigerians don't understand.
It's so bad to the point that I think
we're not ready for that when we come to America. So we've been in denial of the fact that there's nothing wrong. So we kind of compound everything like saying, "Oh, you've been in America, the Western world have changed you." Now people back home that like might not be able to. This is off. I want to say this. Do you know?
Change. Look, when you go somewhere, sometimes
you have to adapt.
You want to tell me that if you back home and let me tell you, you bring a bushman from the bush over there with they live with no shoes and all that stuff. So if you come here, he's not gonna put on shoes.
Okay, it's just like this. Okay, it's just like how when we're in Nigeria, we talk. How do we say it? How are you?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Okay, so now.
Hold on. How are you? What are you doing? Have you eaten? Did you eat yesterday?
Oh no, I don't.
Now you come here.
How you sound?
How are you? After a couple months, how are you? You good?
Let me bust it. Let me bust it.
That's a nice one to pick.
Let me bust it.
But this is the thing. I want you want to say something before.
Yeah, it's people, they like this the way American people speak, and that the way they dress too. The fact that even the ones back home,
just like that, drip.
They drip.
They must drip past place where they live here.
You just said what I'm about to say because I'm like,
God.
You see all the crazy thing they think Nigerian embrace Western what I do in America. People back home do worse. Because I talk to people. I don't want to go explicit.
And you know,
like they do worse.
It's some people. It's most people that live in Lagos that watch the Snapchat. Those see-through dress.
Yep.
They are so comfortable, very
like I'm telling you.
Like back in the day, like 2012, 2010.
Was there ever a strip club in Nigeria?
Never.
No.
They say girls strip clubs. I will visit it. I must visit one when I go. And it's crazy. They fly these strippers from Yankee come and strip.
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah.
Like for real. And I think, and I'm glad we bringing that up because a lot of traditional Nigerians that in America will never accept that. They will think it's a lie. You know, most people don't go online.
You know what? The ones that don't accept it, they are very old now. The ones that now it's like, let's say my parents, like all my great grandparents, those ones they would not accept it. But now my parents and them, they are accepting it because they're looking at I think it's a community though. They're looking at it's community.
I think it's about the people you move around with. Do you know? Have you been around some Nigerians that when you go to parties, I don't know Nigerian parties, like once you're around them, they just felt like I don't got to sit with you.
Oh, I'll go to.
Now you want to sit with them.
My dad invited me to this.
They will make you feel like
just like my neighbor. In my neighborhood, we are about the only 2 Africans in that neighborhood because I be driving and I see here white, Chinese, white, and you guys Indian. Don't talk? The guy looks like me. Like no, they pour shit for my body. Like I think maybe he was so entitled to the fact that. I think he was so entitled. I think he was entitled to the fact that he was the only African in the neighborhood.
And
not even high.
How does that make you feel?
There was one time I even was walking to my mailbox and I don't get served. I was just like, hello.
You are khaki, so you like.
I even said, hello, how you doing? I got snubbed.
Oh god.
I got snubbed.
What would you like to tell the person in a positive way if he found
ain't no positive way? You gotta tell him.
No. I want him to be real in terms of what would you like to tell him? Like you should have done better like this. You should have. What would you like to tell him?
Not be only you get. Not be only you get money.
Like it or not.
Not be only you.
Like it or not. Like it or not.
Not be only you. Not be only you. I'm not going anywhere. Not be only you.
I mean, my neighborhood is a very family neighborhood, so it's like everybody accepts each other, bro.
My white neighbors are more nicer than my African neighbor.
I think that happened a lot. I want to ask you guys this question. Did you school here in America?
Here in Nigeria.
Okay, what can you... I want you guys to say like this. For kids that are, being brought to America in the tender age, and they go through some things you guys go through, what are the things that help you to get out like this and still be able to embrace your culture? What would you like to say that can help those kids? That in school, that they've been stereotyped both home and in school. Okay. You've grown up now, you've went through it. What would you like to tell those kids?
What I would say is, be African and proud. Because there are people that want to be African. They want to be born in that Niger, Ondo, Ekiti. Yeah. They want to be us. We are winning right now. We are the shit.
That's true.
Embrace that shit.
Like that's deep.
Love it.
That's deep.
If they like, they should make fun of your accent, whatever it is.
I don't think
eat it up.
They're not gonna right now. They're not even gonna make fun of that.
Oh, they make fun of the accent.
Right now.
They still do.
They still do in school.
They still do.
I know for school, but I expressed it in school when I was doing
the same people that be dancing. The same people that be dancing to Burna Boy. They do.
And they'll be so eager to be like, oh, I want to go to Lagos. I want to go to Nigeria.
It's not every one of them though.
Look, it's not even the ones that say they don't want to go. They don't want to do this. If you take them to the African club and they will sit down in the, we African guys, right? When we go outside, it's like we just
you can't hide it now.
You can't hide it.
I think it's just something else. It's something
and
that
when we see a female come to the club with us, whatever, we tell our guys, say stand up, make she sit down. They go stand up, she go sit down.
Like it's just an natural
you can walk past 3 sections and you see all the females sitting down and all the guys are standing.
Yeah.
But who they buy the drink now? The guys they drink.
I think it's just
natural. Vibe is different.
Don't you think any female want that kind of respect?
That's true. I never thought about it like that. Like we just like, you want to say?
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, come say it. I'll stay next.
Don't you think any female want that kind of respect? I know so many people that I went to high school with that I came across after high school in college. They'd be like, man, let's hang out, let's go to this.
No, honestly,
and then when I take them to a club,
they eat it up.
Oh my God! They call every time. They be like, you're not going out this weekend. You're not going out this weekend.
I think a lot of Americans just feel like we're different when it comes to that lifestyle. Like we're just different. Like,
a random African guy can come up to you in the club and be like, "Baba, man, doing your section."
It's always happening like that.
Be like, yeah, no problem.
It's always happening like that.
Can you go to like a white club and be like, you want to join this section?
No.
I think in that area for us, I think it's some kind of way. I think we're being raised to have that in us.
Even not some black people, they because when I went to Vegas like 2 months ago, when I was in Vegas. like I didn't even go. I was not in the front. I put all the females because I went with like three, 4 females. So I put them in the front. So they was the one like because we couldn't get a section. They was the one like. So when they approached the niggas, they're like, yeah. So, next thing, boom, I'm in the back of them. Yeah, I'm here with them. So they had no choice, but they're like, oh shit, yeah.
I think just
That's an entrepreneur way of getting business done.
I just at the end of the day, I mean, all I need to do is just get somewhere to see. And buy the bottle, so we just enjoy it. Everybody gonna win. But if I was to be in the front, they would not let me. They would not let me.
I said Africans growing up, kids, just embrace who you are.
Yeah, you gotta love it,
regardless of whatever, how they make fun of you. You're on top.
Love it.
Forget that. Just remember that.
Be proud of it.
To be us.
Be proud of it.
You guys have
no matter how they make us look.
We are fly you. We be night out.
No matter how they make us look on social media, whatever it is, man. Like, bro, love your African culture, man.
Thank you.
Love it. Be proud of it. Embrace it.
Eat it up.
Thank you for that. I want to ask. I want to get your opinion on this, and this is gonna be the last question we're gonna have. What would you like to tell Nigerians that are still traditional, that in American, and those the one that are still trying to cross the line to be more? Sorry, I'm not supposed to use the word cross the line. That just want to embrace the Western one that is scared. What would you like to tell the one that are traditional and the one that want to embrace the Western one?
Ain't nothing to be scared about, man. Ain't nothing to be scared about. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. Ain't nothing to be scared about. But just know, if you're living in another man's land, you gotta try to embrace their culture.
I think with me, I feel like people that are very tradition, they need to try to be open-minded, try to evolve, because you can't go anywhere in life if you can't grow. That's it. For you to go to the next step, you guys grow, you guys learn. Like now, okay, it's just like how everyone is jumping on the IT wave. You have to learn.
Most definitely.
You want that salary, you want that 120, 150, 210. You're learning.
Yep.
So you can't be stuck in a closet in a bubble, all because this was how I was raised. This is all I know.
Don't you think it's more for pride thing, like pride?
I think it's because of how what they're used to and the people around them.
You can have pride, but the moment you start to grow, you realize some things you're prideful for, something you draw.
It's just
I'm saying the ones that don't want to, the ones that stuck.
Yeah, it's still about embracing the fact they want to grow.
Like now, how you were thinking yesterday, sir, it don't change from how you did think today.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because you're growing. Yeah,
you're growing.
Definitely.
Because I've had my moments where I always tell about I have this bad ego in me, but over the time when I learn, before when people talk to me, I don't listen to what they say. I'm really into my own thing. But over time, I realize listening help you to grow in what you know.
It does.
That doesn't mean you drop what you know.
It's like you might not listen to them right now, but it's gonna come back at you. You hear what they say. When you get home, you think about it. You be like,
and I think that's the best way she said it, like embracing your mind towards what people want to do. Just it helps you to grow, not because you want to live in that world, but it helps you to appreciate who they are and not to have. Because somebody had a section and I said the person was saying the moment you condition how you see me, it condition the help you get from me.
No, it really does.
Because even though I want to help you, you condition how I'm going to give you the help.
And for the people that are scared,
and it might be the help that you need.
And for the people that are
scared, because you might be looking at me and be like, oh,
yeah,
this guy can't even give me $50.
I'm telling you. And the truth is, so you limit the help you can get from me. Because the last one I already said we're done, but I want to add this to Nigerians that haven't moved to the United States, that I have a stereotype of.
They just moved.
They're about to move. They're planning to move, or maybe they just moved like a week or two. What would you like to tell them in terms of how things is being done? And
I will tell them that hustle. Let me tell you something, yeah.
That one is big.
Let me tell you something. You have to work twice as harder than the person next to you.
Right.
See, there's time for chilling. There's time to work. There's time to play. There's time to sleep. There's time to fuck. There's time to hustle. That work and hustle, do am. Because after you do am, save, spend wisely, and most importantly, stay away from bad people.
Yes.
I mean, there's no way you can tell. Honestly, there's no way you can tell if you meet someone. But so that you're not
Being a
part of the
victim
people where you go through so many bad, because I don't learn experience. So many bad. Once beaten, twice shy.
Yeah.
That's it. Once you understand all these different lanes, I swear to God, you'll be good.
Most definitely.
You would definitely be good.
So, Oncho, what would you like to your last word about Nigeria coming in and people that have been here that just moved? What is that?
Don't be scared to do nothing, bro.
Good things, right?
There is no.
Now, I want you to put the good things, though. Don't just say.
Yeah, there's no limitation to nothing.
Just make sure you're right on your way.
Yeah, no limitation or nothing. The sky is like stepping stone.
Yep.
The word is yours. Open the.
Do your
everything.
research. Reach for it. Just make sure that one thing in your head they stick. Passive income. Because let me
Start
tell
the
you,
business.
whether you like it or not, money makes the world go around.
Most definitely. And thank you guys for coming. I've really been honored to. I'm going to add to what you said. It's a privilege you guys are here. And like you said, Makanaki, time is very essential in America. You got to hustle. You got to work. There's time for everything. So out of your own time, you come here to give me this opportunity to share your views, to help people back home, to anywhere you might find yourself listening to this, you're watching, how we've been able to give you some information that you don't know. And I want to add to what Oncho said. He said, do everything you have to do. Who would have told somebody like me will have a podcast channel? Like I told my house to this. And for you guys honoring that part, it's a privilege I'm having. And for anybody out there, you want to do anything in America that I know is going to benefit the world in general, just go for it. Don't be scared. It doesn't have to make sense.
Not even the world, your pocket too. Don't forget that.
So this is the thing. When you do anything to the world, trust me, it come back to your pocket.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
There's no way you're doing something that is going to impact the world.
Comes
you
around.
definitely going to. That's why I said I'm
pocket is very important.
So the pocket is very important.
Even in America, without the pockets being involved, you can't succeed. Just forget about it.
Everything
I can
bills.
only give you 1 week. You will clap.
Everything is bills.
Like
left
you
and
collapse.
right, billing. Left and right.
You collapse. So for you watching, if we be able to give you something wonderful, subscribe, follow us on CTD Among Blacks on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. And then if you have anything you would like to share, your story, your content, we have a website, www.ctdamongblacks. We have a blog section that you like to write. We can convert everything you want to write and we can put it out for you. And if you have anything that you would like to share with us, you can reach out to us on ctdamongbblacks@gmail.com. I remain fresh. You can call me Oyebanji Akins, and we'll be nice to have everybody. And we hope wherever you might be, maybe you're driving, maybe you're sleeping, maybe you're in your house, maybe you're in the gym, you've been able to feel something special from this. The last thing I'm going to say to this is, it doesn't have to make sense right now. It doesn't have to make sense to nobody. If you believe in what you're doing, keep doing it, and I can promise you in a couple of years, it's definitely going to make sense. Thank you, and to the next episode, we'll see you again. Thank you.